Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk about something that I have been thinking about. It kind of just came to my mind one day because I was thinking about how technology sometimes can make us unhappy. Sometimes it seems like it's making our lives worse. And so I thought about whether technology is overall a bad thing for us. And I thought about if we would be better off without it at all. And I mostly mean things like phones and gaming and things like that. Obviously things like ovens and air conditioning, basic things like that. Obviously those make our lives better. But I'm talking about mostly phones, to be honest. And phones can be really great things, but do they actually make our lives better or worse? So for one thing, phones bring convenience, and that can be a good or a bad thing. You have access to so much information right in your pocket. Stuff like that can be incredibly useful and even life-saving. Having all that information can be very useful for learning things and, stuff like that. It's a really helpful thing. Phones also bring access to communication within seconds. You can talk to people across the world within seconds. You can stay in touch with people, and you have the ability to call the police or the fire department if there's an emergency. You have that ability to save lives, which of course is amazing. I'm not saying that's not. Of course it's a great thing. Technology can bring a lot of great things, but the point of this video is that it can also bring a lot of bad things. Another great thing about technology is entertainment. Entertainment is a big deal. It's probably one of the main things that people use technology for. You can use it to relax, things like that. It's really nice to be able to have so many things at your fingertips to be able to watch or be entertained by. There's also things to help with health. There's apps for meditation and things like that. And it also goes back to the information. There's resources to help you live a healthy life. There's things to help you deal with mental health and all that good stuff. Technology can help you have a more healthy lifestyle and live a better life in general. And there's the convenience of it being right in your pocket. But now it gets to the bad part. That convenience isn't always a good thing. Convenience can make life or certain things not as rewarding. Because it's right there for you, it's right on your phone, sometimes it might not feel as rewarding because there was no challenge. It was just handed to you. It's not as meaningful to discover something or learn something. Or even something like watching movies or listening to music. Streaming can make it not as meaningful compared to having a CD of a movie or an album. Having that physical media and the inconvenience of, having to use the physical disc and play it can make it more meaningful and more enjoyable to watch or listen to. Technology and phones can also make our lives worse with addiction. Addiction and overstimulation are very prevalent issues with people today and phones. We're addicted to our phones. We're always checking them and always scrolling on them and always looking at them. And that really is not improving our lives at all. It's making our lives worse. That addiction and the overstimulation leads to anxiety sometimes and especially a bad attention span. And that just makes life worse overall. You can't focus on things, and you always feel the need to be looking at a phone. Another thing is social media. Social media can be great. Like I said, the communication is amazing. But the constant comparison that people do is not good. It leads to insecurity and things like that. And it makes you unsatisfied with your own life when you shouldn't be. And sometimes it is a good thing to see people better than you and want to improve yourself. But a lot of the time it isn't healthy. Another thing is that phones and the addiction we have to them takes us away from the real world. We're never experiencing nature, or I don't want to say never, but you get the idea. We're not having real world experiences, and we're not having face-to-face relationships. Instead, we're indoors looking at screens, and that is not good. It's just not the same from behind a screen. If you're always looking at a screen, you really can't enjoy life fully. Like I said, nature and face-to-face relationships, these things aren't replaceable things. But to answer the question, technology can make our lives better if we use it right. But it can absolutely make our lives worse if we don't. If we abuse it and we're addicted to it, that's not going to be good for you. You have to be balanced. You have to set boundaries and put a limit on your scrolling. Take a break from your phone for a while. Do things in the real world. Go for a walk, talk to people, go outside sometimes. You have to use technology for good. Use it when you need to or for, reasonable things. Like I said, if you abuse it, then that's not going to be good for you. Don't just mindlessly scroll endlessly and waste your life away. But yeah, I think that's all I got for today. I hope you got something out of this video. And if you did, then a like or subscribe would be appreciated. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care of yourself.